Welcome to our dedicated platform, delving into the history of Muslims in Darjeeling. Together, let us embark on a journey to uncover our treasured past. It is our collective duty to preserve and pass down this heritage to future generations. Let us now explore what we have in store for you. The tale of a triangular piece of land. On this sacred day of 1st Muharram 2023, my heart overflows with emotion as I meet Mustaq Usmani and Sheikh Shamsia, lovingly called Nana. Along with my colleague Salahuddin Ahmed, they share precious fragments of our Muslim community's history in Darjeeling during the British era, as if carrying the weight of centuries of memories. With immense gratitude, Mustaq Usmani opens the treasure trove of historical documents from 1915. Among them, tales of a triangular piece of land's tumultuous journey since Darjeeling municipality's formation, spanning over 65 years, finally found resolution in 1915. Hearing their anecdotes, I feel the deep emotional attachment to the masjid and its sacred grounds. Joy and relief resonate in their voices as they recount how this settlement brought solace. This moment reveals that history is more than faded pages. It's a living essence, connecting us to our past, ancestors, and roots. The unwavering love for the masjid fills my heart, cherishing our heritage even more. We must share this story with passion, passing it to future generations. Preserving our cultural treasures strengthens our community's bonds, keeping our rich history alive in our hearts. The photo depicts the old Juma Masjid prior to 1900. According to historical records, the structure predates 1840 and did not have minars at that time. Initially constructed in 1775 as a traveller's house with a bamboo structure, it was officially documented on the British map of Darjeeling town in 1862. The story commences with Mr. Arkley, a British officer, approached the authorities of Masjid with a proposal to construct a road in front of the mosque. Initially, the mosque authorities were not in favour of the idea. However, Mr. Arkley eventually managed to persuade the mosque team, and as a result, the road was built in 1878. After the road was constructed, it resulted in the formation of a triangular area that appeared to be separated from the premises of the mosque. Let's examine the triangular piece of land from an aerial view. Let's examine the aerial perspective of this triangular piece of land, and to observe its appearance. The aerial map clearly displays the newly built Anjuman Complex and Hotel Society on the right side, while on the left side, you can spot the Anjuman Guest House, a masjid mosque, and a school. Additionally, there is an ongoing construction of a shopping complex, contributing to the ever-changing landscape. Notably, the triangular shape of the land is visibly distinct in the layout. 3 decades after Mr. Arkley built the road, Mr. Robertson, another British officer, believed that the triangular piece of land did not belong to the masjid. He directed Mr. Parsanjit Roy, a municipal overseer engineer, to fence off this land. The Muslim communities opposed this decision and brought the matter to the survey court for resolution. The masjid team presented 5 witnesses before the Darjeeling court to record their statements. These witnesses were Janab Mir Jan Sahib, Janab Khudabakhsh Sahib, Shri Jailal Nosing Dasji, Shri Chabilal Loherju, Shri Bhaktavir Raiju. Notably, the Darjeeling court has been utilizing stamp papers since 1840, and these papers have been written in the Urdu, Persian dialect from its inception until the time of independence. Our first witness is Janab Mir Jan Sheikh Sahib. Mir Jan Sheikh, in his statement recorded on November 20, 1915, Mir Jan Sheikh expressed the following: I have been residing in Darjeeling for 45 years, and during my time here, I witnessed the establishment of the masjid land. Around 25 years ago, there was no road nearby the masjid. Mr. Arkley approached the masjid authorities and requested a passage to the botanical garden. With the consent of the masjid authorities, the road was constructed, and it led to the separation of the disputed land from the masjid premises. In the past, Joylal used to transport his timber in that area, and there were several bamboo chirps that were planted by the masjid authorities. Lalmia had also planted several pear trees, and one of those trees still exists there. Unfortunately, Mr. Oakley committed encroachment. Based on the provided information, we can derive the following conclusions. Number 1. Mir John Sheikh has been residing in Darjeeling for 45 years since 1870. Number 2. Knowledge of masjid land. Mir John claims to have knowledge of the masjid land since they arrived in Darjeeling. Number 3. Evolution of the area. Approximately 25 years ago, there was no road near the masjid. Number 4. Construction of the road. Mr. Oakley requested the masjid authorities for a passage to the botanical garden. The road was constructed with the consent of the masjid authorities, leading to the separation of the triangular piece of land from the masjid land. Number 5. Land usage. Prior to the road construction, Jalal used to stalk his timber in that land. Number 6. Bamboo and pear trees. Several bamboo chirps were planted by the masjid authorities, and Lalmia planted several pear trees in the area. One pear tree still exists there. Our second witness is Janab Khudabakhsh Sahib. On November 20, 1915, Khudabakhsh made the following recorded statement. I am 80 years old, and I have been residing here for 45 years. When we first arrived, we saw the masjid and Musafir Khana. At that time, there was no road leading to the botanical garden near the masjid. The disputed land was connected to the masjid. Mr. Oakley constructed the road approximately 37 years ago. Initially, there was opposition from the Mohammedans regarding the road construction. However, the authorities assured that the road would benefit both the masjid and the public, leading to the approval for its construction. The land in the disputed plot was rented to Joylal. During that period, I was employed in the military department, and I would take leave to visit and come to Darjeeling. Based on Khudabakhsh's recorded statement on November 20, 1915, the following conclusions can be derived. Number 1. Age and duration in Darjeeling. Khudabakhsh is approximately 80 years old and was born in around 1835. Number 2. Historical observation. When Khudabakhsh first arrived in Darjeeling, they observed the presence of the masjid and Musafir Khana. Number 3. Absence of road. Upon their arrival, there was no road leading to the botanical garden near the masjid. Number 4. Disputed land. The disputed land was originally part of or connected to the masjid. Number 5. Road construction. Mr. Oakley constructed the road approximately 37 years prior to the date of the statement recording, placing the construction around 1878. Number 6. Position and approval. There was initial opposition from the Muslims regarding the road's construction. However, the authorities assured that the road would benefit both the masjid and the public, leading to its eventual approval. Number 7. Land tenancy. The triangular plot of land was rented to Joylal. Number 8. Occupation. During the mentioned period, Khudabakhsh worked in the military department and would take leave to visit and come to Darjeeling. Our third witness is Shri Jalal Narsingh Dasji. Narsingh Das' statement recorded on 20th November 1915, he states, I have had a timber business for 26 or 27 years. I kept the timber first in the shop and afterward in the disputed plot. We removed the timber from the disputed plot after they were kept for 12 years. We used to pay rupee 3 per month, then rupee 5 per month to the Masjid authorities for 12 years. In 1894, I paid Oz 48 for 16 months as rent. He shows account book. In 1896, we paid Oz 5 per month to the masjid authorities. There were bamboo chirps in the disputed land. We used to purchase from masjid authorities. Based on Nosing Das's statement recorded on November 20, 1915, the following conclusions can be derived. Duration of timber business. Nosing Das has been running a timber business for approximately 26 or 27 years. Timber storage. Initially, Nosing Das stored the timber in his shop. However, later on, he shifted it to the disputed plot. Timber removal. After keeping the timber in the disputed plot for 12 years, Nosing Das eventually removed it. Payments to masjid authorities. For 12 years, Nosing Das used to pay Oz 3 per month to the masjid authorities, and later, the payment increased to Oz 5 per month. In 1894, Nosing Das paid Oz 48 as rent for a period of 16 months, as evidenced by his accounting book. Bamboo chirps. The disputed land had bamboo chirps, and Nosing Das used to purchase them from the masjid authorities. Our fourth witness is Sri Chabi Lal Lohar Jew. Chabalal statement recorded on 20th November 1915. I am a Lohar. Lalmia gave me lands for shop near the disputed land. The disputed land was in charge of Lalmia. There were bamboo and flower garden in the disputed land. Bhaktaba used to sell the bamboos. The land was slope. Based on Chabalal's statement recorded on November 20, 1915, the following conclusions can be derived. Occupation. Chabalal is a Lohar, which means he is a blacksmith or a metal worker. Land allocation. Chabalal received lands from Lalmia to set up a shop near the disputed land. Disputed land management. The disputed land was under the responsibility or ownership of Lalmia. Vegetation on the disputed land. The disputed land had bamboo and flower gardens. Bamboo sales. Bhaktaba used to sell the bamboo from the disputed land, suggesting that there was a market for bamboo products. Land characteristics. The disputed land had a slope, indicating it might have had an uneven or inclined terrain. Our fifth witness is Sri Bhaktaba Barai Jew. Bhaktaba Barai's statement recorded on 20th November 1915. Lalmia was the mutawali of the masjid. I used to work under him as a peon. The disputed land belongs to masjid. I know this from 1840-90-1886 as a chaprosi of Lalmia. I used to realize the rent for the land from the tenants. I used to sell bamboo. Based on Bhaktaba Barai's recorded statement on November 20, 1915, we can draw the following conclusions. Lalmia's role. Lalmia served as the mutawali caretaker or administrator of the masjid. Employment as a peon. Bhaktaba Barai worked as a peon under Lalmia, signifying that he held a subordinate position in the administration. Ownership of disputed land. Bhaktaba Barai asserts that the disputed land belongs to the masjid, indicating that it is the property of the mosque. Duration of knowledge. Bhaktaba Barai claims to have been aware of the masjid's ownership of the disputed land from 1849 to 1886, while he served as a chaprosi peon under Lalmia. Rent collection. As part of his responsibilities, Bhaktaba Barai used to collect rent from the tenants, suggesting that the land was rented out by the masjid. Bamboo sales. In addition to rent collection, Bhaktaba Barai was involved in the sale of bamboo, indicating his engagement in various activities related to the triangular piece of land. These conclusions are based on the information provided in Bhaktaba Barai's statement and help to understand his role and knowledge related to the disputed land. After meticulously reviewing all the parties' statements, the surveyor's office made a decision in favor of the masjid. Let it be known that this matter is not intended to reopen past issues for discussion, but to glean wisdom from the lessons of history. As members of the community, we wholeheartedly express our profound gratitude to the individuals whose names have been mentioned above, such as Mir John Sheikh, Khuda Baksh Sheh, retired British Army officer, whose grave lies below the tomb known as Mazar in the Muslim graveyard in Darjeeling. Joylal Nosing Das, and Chabalal Loha. Their unwavering determination during challenging times has been an inspiration to us all. In particular, we extend special appreciation to Sri Bhaktivir Rai Ju, whose dedicated service with truth and integrity from 1849 to 1886 alongside the administrator masjid has yielded fruitful outcomes. It is noteworthy that he also had the privilege of working with the esteemed Lal Mir at the onset of his career. Their unwavering commitment and significant contributions have left an enduring impact on our community and played an integral role in shaping our collective history. We are forever indebted to their invaluable efforts in enriching our shared heritage. We extend our gratitude to Mustaq Usmani for providing the image that beautifully showcases the internal community record and concrete masjid structure. This extensive research and presentation are carried out by Nafis Ahmed.